Hello everybody, Sparkster1701 here. It's time for another Kingdom Transformers review, and we're taking a look at the Core Class version of Starscream. Of course, this is another one of the little $10 Transformers, so he should be available and affordable to many, although finding them of late seems to be the biggest challenge. But part of that comes with one of the recent revelations. As many of us have probably heard. If you haven't, then I'm glad I'm breaking the news to you. But late this summer, we should be getting a toy based on the Autobots Ark spaceship that brought them here to Earth. And the Core Class figures here will be at about the right scale size to be played with inside the Ark. So there will be some areas of the Ark that will be accessible for play, like a play set. So that will be kind of nice to have a few of these guys around. It's just, unfortunately, predominantly it seems they're doing Decepticons more in the Core Class than they are the Autobots. Since so far the only Autobot we have is Optimus Prime. And here in Wave 2 we have Starscream and we have Megatron. In the upcoming third wave there will be Soundwave. And still no Autobots. So it's kind of, and those of us G1 fans know Optimus didn't make the trip here solo, so it'd be nice to see a few Core Class Autobots come into play. And of course, while Starscream does take inspiration here from his Earthrise appearance a little bit more, there will be some that will find similarities from the Generation 1 era. But it's also, this is obviously where he's taking most of his cues from, so we'll take a comparison look. Of course, naturally, the Generation 1 toy is slightly bigger, by maybe about an inch, inch and a half at most. But of course, on the biggest plus side is that Core Class Starscream doesn't have anywhere near the amount of loose parts the Generation 1 version does. So if you're looking for one loose, you'll be grateful for that. At any rate, let's take a look at Starscream's articulation. And he does have a fair amount for a figure this small size. His head can be turned from left to right. It is a little difficult to do between the air intakes with my fat fingers. Unfortunately, the head is not really on a ball joint, so you can't move it up and down a lot. His arm can be raised at the shoulder, about so far. And if we move the wing out of the way, his arm does rotate all the way around. I'll just set the gun aside. His arm can be bent at the elbow 90 degrees, and it does feature a swivel at the bicep. So he does have G.I. Joe battle grip. He cannot be turned at the hips in his present configuration, although that is an option, but when he's done up like this, he can't be done that way. Starscream can spread his legs apart into a full splits. It does feature some turning action at the leg, but not really at the thigh. You can raise his leg up at the hip 90 degrees, and you can bend him at the knee 90 degrees. So, Starscream is ready to be posed. Now we'll take a look at his accessories. He comes with two of these guns, which of course these are intended to represent his null ray laser cannons. The other one will look exactly just like this. The guns can be mounted on his shoulders for the more traditional look, but in case any of you so desire, you can also plug the guns into his fists, if that is your preference. Okay, we're going to transform Starscream now. While the instructions do show that the guns can remain on his shoulders for the transformation, I've went to the trouble of removing them since my fat fingers keep knocking them off as I try to, so we'll just save us a little bit of the headache. The first thing they want us to do is they want us to open up his chest and set the pieces off to the side. Of course, to do that, we'll have to fold the wings back. It sometimes will be easier to do that and then lightly try to press like that. Pop the shell, pop it free. Now, the right side just takes from beyond the beyond the cockpit over. The left side will take the cockpit section, just exactly like that. Then you will fold down this section with his head. Then you're going to raise up the nose cone, like that, just to kind of get it out of the way. Then we come down here and we kind of fold down his hips to get those out of the way. Because we're going to take the wing section here and we're going to rotate it around like so. Now it can go the other way, but with the larger chest piece here, it will kind of catch and then get in the way. Alright, now once we've got him turned around like this, we're going to position his legs together and then shift them upwards so they snap into the body. You're going to take the air intake pieces, rotate them up so they connect as well to the fuselage, and we'll adjust the cockpit section so it locks into place. We come down under here, we'll rotate Starscream's head so that he'll be facing inside, and then fold it up and smoothly connect it inside. Then we'll come back down here, we're going to fold the torso back onto the body. Then we're going to bring the wings down. As you see here, there's a couple of holes on the wings. Whereas when I spread his arms out, there's a post here on the one side of his wrists. You're going to rotate the arms so that the posts point downward, and then adjust them so they connect into the holes. Rather simple procedure. Just exactly like that. And then, of course, we'll come back here. We'll take the tail fins and we'll rotate them upwards. Pull them out just slightly so that they will connect to a little post. And then we fold down the side wings. And then with that, we can reattach the guns and not worry about our big fingers getting in the way. And then there we have it. Starscream is in his alternate jet fighter mode. Of course, we label it pretty much as a plain jet fighter now, as the original jet was intended to be an F-15 Eagle. But of course, so Hasbro avoids the licensing. They now just make him somewhat more generic. But as you can see, it does pay a fair amount of homage to the original toy. Just with a little more detail and a lot less stickers. Plus, it's going with a more brighter blue that's more reminiscent on the Pretender version of Starscream than what's on the original toy. All in all, not a bad touch. But now we get down to my thoughts. What do I think of Core Class Starscream? Like with Optimus Prime, I do like this toy. It is a nice way to get, once again, a popular character, but at an affordable price. And it's making me more excited after hearing that these guys are going to fit with the Ark, that I'm rather looking forward to when the Ark comes out this year. I want to see how these guys are going to look inside it. And all around it, so that's something to look forward to. Unfortunately, we just gotta wait a while for that. I hope that the stores will stock up on these guys soon so that many of you will be able to get this figure if you haven't been able to find one already. At any rate, that concludes my review of the Core Class version of Starscream. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you liked the video, leave me a thumbs up here on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button and join our ranks. Make sure to ring the bell since we'll be posting videos all over this month. So I ask that you share this video with your friends and fellow collectors. That helps this channel grow. And also leave your thoughts about Starscream in the comments down below. This is Sparkster1701 saying I will catch you all later.